Namaste, dear listeners, and welcome to the iWatch channel, Astro in with Abhi, Oneness in Astrology and Spirituality. This channel, very quickly, this channel is all about decoding your religious texts and what you may think of it. And from a point of awareness by Abhi, I decode these texts and give you a better, deeper understanding so that you would find your way forward or you would rise in frequency, allowing yourself to, as a consequence, to experience peace. Because ultimately, peace is not a state of happiness, neither it is a state of sadness. It is just peace. So that's our journey. Well, fundamentally, that's what our purpose is, to ultimately find peace. Some people might call it moksha, some people might call it heaven, some people may call it liberation. Well, nevertheless, that's the whole point of life, is to experience the most profoundness that life can offer, ultimately peace. So I've got a ton of questions that I need to answer. It's been pretty much 3 weeks since I've created a podcast. So I've got a lot of questions that I need to answer, and I'm going to go straight into it. Now, this question has been given to me by somebody who is very, very religious. Now, I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritualist. I feel that, well, actually, it's not a feeling. I know that religion is a way to find oneness or a way to rise in frequency. But unfortunately, due to the ego, one finds him or herself subdued to a container or a like a box-like state of consciousness. And the spiritual part of life is you're open to experiences at the absence of the ego. So the question is, hi Abhi, please can you explain to me in your terms what the Holy Grail is? Now, dear viewers, dear listeners, if you have been following me on my TikTok channel, this is something that I have spoken about some time back. Unfortunately, I've never recorded that session. So I'm quite privileged to answer this question again, because this is not the first time that I've got this question. You see, as humans, we are always searching for something. The mind is always searching. It is never ever in a state of peace. It is never focused on just the moment. It's always worried about what has happened yesterday, and what is going to happen tomorrow. And these days do not exist. So the Holy Grail is never about a journey to some place physically. Firstly, dear listeners, I am talking from awareness, Pabi. So this is my awareness. So I'm not a believer, I'm a seeker. Fundamentally, the difference is, as a believer, it means you do not know. As a seeker, you seek to know. You cannot unknow once you know. So, based on my awareness, the Holy Grail, firstly, is never a cup outside of you. It's it's something that you must not externalize. This is a vessel that is within you. It's the divine light that is within you. Actually, you and I are part of it. This is a whole awakening when you awaken to your true self. Now, if you look at the skull is a chalice. Your skull is a chalice. Your actual neck is the stem, and your spine is the base. Now, if you look at the cup, the skull is the top of that cup. Your neck is actually the stem of the cup, and your spine is the base of it. Now, I want you guys to visualize this, because this is what I do. The third eye, you've heard people talking about the third eye and what have you. The pineal gland, or the third eye, is actually the only eye that you and I have. It's the eye of knowing. So your third eye is the nectar that overflows, illuminating the temple of God within the brain. So you've got temples, right? If you take your right finger and your left finger and point on either side of your head, that's your temple. That's why they call it the temple. And the God is sitting inside there. That's why they call it the temple. The God is within the brain. It's the pineal gland. The grail holds the sacred essence of consciousness, the elixir of divine remembrance, which is basically the substance of eternal life. And you and I are eternal. You and I are spirit. We can never die. We were never created, neither can we die. Yes, we come out of the material body, but we are pure consciousness. We are consciousness. And depending on our reverberation, we shall enter another body, or depending on our karma, we either enter another body or we rise in frequency and we enter different dimensions. But we're not going to go into that. Now, when you drink from the cup, to drink from it means to awaken, to basically pierce the veil of illusion and see with the eye of the infinite, which is your only eye. You see, dear viewers, this might sound very confusing to you, but the quest for the Holy Grail is definitely not a journey across the lands. Definitely not. In my view, it is a return to inner awakening or awakening, a quest to find your true identity as consciousness. That's what you and I are. Now, this is the Grail mystery of life. It's hidden in plain sight. Everything in your books is all encoded in the very architecture of your being. The books itself that you read is all about your body. You see, your body is the actual temple, the mind is the altar, and the spirit, which you and I are the flame that never dies, just moving from one body to the next. And the beauty of this is that in search of your higher self, you don't go searching for your higher self. As a consequence of silencing the mind, focusing on your breath, in through your nostrils, out through your mouth, over a considerable period of time, your pineal gland starts to get stimulated. And once that gets stimulated, it starts to grow or awaken, or it starts to shine brighter. And once it starts to shine brighter, you begin to know more. And once you know more, you suffer less. This is a state of consciousness that you enter, a higher state of consciousness. You see? So I hope this makes sense to you. I'm going to be answering a lot of questions that are coming through from different sectors or people from different ethnicity groups and different cultures, religious views. And I'm going to be explaining awareness Pabi as a spiritualist. But nevertheless, I thank you for listening to me. Please make sure you have subscribed to my channel. Hit the like and share button. I thank you in advance for that. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ram, Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Bol, and goodbye.